Hello everyone, am I audible and visible? Let me know. Then we'll start. Am I audible and visible? I think so. Okay, fine. Hello Kishan, good evening beta. Okay, fine. Let us start. So, hello everyone, welcome to my class. I'm myself Dr. Deepthi Karya. I'm a faculty for physiology and now today we'll discuss about digestive system. Today's topic, okay, structural characteristic of GIT wall. Okay, digestive system. You can see here. This is the wall of digestive system. Okay, so we will discuss structural characteristic of the wall of digestive tract. Fine. Now, before starting my class, I would like to inform you all that you will get all the soft copy of my classes by downloading the application Vesalius and subscribing the same. Okay, and for hard copy, you can get a hard copy of all my classes. My book is available, that is Physiology Notes. You can get the book from Flipkart as well as Amazon. Link for the Flipkart, Amazon as well as my application, that is given in the description box of my video. Okay. One more thing here, that is I have also started this WhatsApp group. Okay, the number, either you can join the WhatsApp group through link is also given in the description box, or the number 78638 22668. Okay, so you can send message to this group and you can join the group. Okay, so what is the advantage that we'll be having on 25th? We'll be having promotional draw of all the members of this WhatsApp group. So if you're joining my WhatsApp group, you will get surprise gift of my book Physiology Notes. Okay, lucky winner gets the surprise. This is promotional offer, so you will get a surprise gift of my book Physiology Notes. Okay, fine. Now we'll start with today's topic, that is structural characteristics of digestive tract wall. Fine. Now, so you can see here in hello Ali, welcome to my class. The structural characteristic. So this is your wall of digestive tract. Okay, so different parts in the digestive tract, they have similar wall, but certain characteristics are there. Okay, we have basic structure which is similar in digestive tract. What is the basic structure? 4 layers are there in digestive tract. Which are these 4 layers? Okay, welcome Ali, welcome to my class. 4 layers are your, I will discuss in all the digestive tract structure. We have 4 layers. Try to remember these 4 layers in this class. Don't get confused. From inside to outside, always here from inside to outside, this way. Inner one is mucosa. You can see here this one. Try to remember with me. Okay, mucosa. Then second layer, submucosa. Third layer is muscle layer, and fourth layer is serosa. We will repeat and we will try to remember it at present. Okay, let us start. First layer mucosa, submucosa. Always remember from inside to outside. Okay, inside first is mucosa, second submucosa, third muscle layer, and fourth is serosa. Fine. Now let us discuss one by one. Mucosa again has 3 layers. You can see here 1, 2, 3. One is innermost epithelium. You can see here innermost epithelium. Then connective tissue layer, lamina propria, this one. And third, again muscle layer, single layer of muscle, muscularis mucosa. Fine. Then comes submucosa. This is your submucosa, this one. Then comes muscle layer. You can see here muscle again in 2 layers. One is longitudinal, this one you can see muscle, inner circular and outer longitudinal. Circular means like this, circle, and longitudinal is like this, longitudinal, and outermost is serosa. We will discuss one by one, starting with first mucosa. You can see here this is your mucosa layer. This mucosa is innermost layer, and as I told you, it has again 3 layers. epithelium, surface epithelium, lamina propria, and muscularis mucosa. I repeat, 4 layers: mucosa, submucosa, muscle layer, and serosa. Fine. Mucosa again has 3 layers: surface epithelium, second one that is lamina propria, and third one that is muscularis mucosa. Now first we'll discuss about the surface epithelium. This is not visible properly here. You can see, I will show you. This is the epithelium, this one. So epithelium is, in esophagus we have stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium. Why stratified squamous? Because esophagus undergoes wear and tear. Because food is there that damages your esophagus. So the epithelium is stratified squamous. And other parts, the epithelium that is columnar. Okay, columnar, like column, like this way, like this. Okay, fine. Now, what are the functions of this columnar epithelium? Stratified squamous, that is to wear and tear, protect from the wear and tear. Columnar epithelium is important for absorption of food. It also secretes intestinal digestive secretion. So absorption function, one function. Second function, secretion. Third function is also protection. Why protection? Mucus is secreted by this layer, and mucus is very important protective secretion. Fine. So these are the functions of mucous membrane epithelium. Which are the secretions from this epithelium? In salivary gland epithelium, saliva secreted, stomach secretes gastric juice, intestine secretes intestinal juice, pancreatic juice, bile, etc. Okay, so this is epithelium. Okay, fine. You can see again here, this is mucosa having this innermost epithelium. We have discussed 4 layers: mucosa, submucosa, muscle layer, serosa. Mucosa again has 3 layers: epithelium, second layer that is lamina propria. You can see here, this is first epithelium. As I told you, esophagus has stratified squamous epithelium and other parts having columnar epithelium. Okay, fine. Now lamina propria, this is, you can see here, this one, lamina propria. Now this lamina propria, it consists of, it is a connective tissue layer. So it consists of connective tissue, also consists of blood vessels and lymphatics. Okay, fine. Now another is muscularis mucosa, muscle layer. You can see here, epithelium, one, second lamina propria, third is muscularis mucosa. It is a very thin layer of smooth muscle. Okay, and because it is very thin, so its function is just, it helps in localized movement of mucosa. Only mucosa gets moved by this layer, this muscle, movement of mucosa. Fine. So these are 3 layers. I repeat. First of all, basic 4 layers in GIT: mucosa, submucosa. You can see here, this is mucosa, submucosa. Number 2, number 3, muscle layer, and this is muscle, and number 4 is serosa. This one. From mucosa, again 3 layers are divided: epithelium, lamina propria, and muscularis mucosa. Now we'll discuss about submucosa. Again, it is connective tissue. Submucosa, it is a layer of connective tissue. Okay. Also, it has got blood vessels. It has got lymphatics. Okay. Nerve fibers. and nerve cells. Now, very important thing in the submucosa is Measness plexus. Also, it is known as submucosal plexus. What is the function of the submucosal or Measness plexus? It increases secretion. Secretions are there. You can see here in submucosa. This is submucosal layer. This whole, there is nerve plexus. This nerve plexus is Measness plexus. Okay. Now, third layer is muscle coat. Muscles in the digestive tract, they are involuntary. So they are smooth muscle. Involuntary smooth muscles are there in digestive tract. Now these muscles are also in two layers. You can see here. That is outer longitudinal layer and inner circular. Longitudinal means, suppose these are longitudinal muscles like this, and inner circular is like this way. Okay, and in between these two, outer, you can see here longitudinal and inner circular, we have Myenteric plexus. This one, Myenteric plexus. Okay, this Myenteric plexus is the nerve plexus. Okay, very important for muscle contraction. Digestive system muscles, they contract through this nerve plexus. Another name for Myenteric plexus, try to remember these names also: Orbex plexus. Orbex or Myenteric plexus. Easily you can remember. I'll give you a trick also. Muscle layer. Muscle has got U, and your Orbex plexus also has got U. So you can easily remember. Okay. And submucosal plexus. What is submucosal? That is Measness plexus. Okay. Submucosal has S, Measness has S. So you can easily remember. Now you cannot forget. Okay. Orbex plexus or Myenteric plexus between longitudinal and circular muscles. Fine. And Measness plexus in the submucosa. Fine. Now last, outermost layer, this one is serosa. Serosa is connective tissue layer through which your digestive tract it gets attached to the surrounding structure. So this is serosa. Am I clear? 4 layers we have discussed. You can see just we are repeating. Mucosa. Mucosa has again 3 layers: epithelium, lamina propria, and muscularis mucosa. Second layer, submucosa, having Measness plexus. Easily you can remember submucosa S. Measner has S. Third, muscle layer, longitudinal outer, inner circular. And in between these two, we have Myenteric or Orbex plexus. Muscle has got U, Orbex has got U. So you can easily remember this plexus. And outermost is serosa, through which your gut is attached to other structures. Fine. Now, so this is the basic structure. These 4 layers are present in all the structures of digestive tract. But some important differences are there. Suppose if there is a wall of stomach, these 4 layers are there, but some differences according to the function of stomach. Which are these 4 layers? We have discussed: mucosa, submucosa, muscle layer, and serosa. Okay, so these 4 layers are there. But now, which are the modifications? Modifications are: number 1 is your muscle layer. I'll show you this thing. As we have discussed, mucosa, submucosa, muscle layer. Muscle layer, we have longitudinal outer layer, okay, and inner one is circular. Okay, but here in stomach we have 3 layers: outer longitudinal, middle circular, and inner one, that is oblique layer. You can see here, this is longitudinal outer, middle circular, and inner one is oblique layer. Now, what is the advantage of these 3 layers? It helps in the churning action of the stomach. Stomach has the function of mixing the food with the gastric juice. and chyme is formed. So for that, churning action is required, and for that, stomach has got 3 layers. Fine, am I clear? Now, so this is the structural difference. Other structural difference in the stomach is mucosa of the stomach has got folds. These folds are known as rugae. What is the role of these folds or rugae? They increase the surface area. Means suppose when we have taken food, then this rugae they open up, so we can accommodate large amount of food. So that is another structural difference in the mucosa. Third structural difference, stomach has got gastric glands. You can see, try to remember, rugae and glands are different things. Rugae are the folds, and gland, that is modified type of epithelium. Epithelium is modified for secretion. Epithelial modification. Fine. Now, in stomach we have 3 types of glands. One gland that is present in the fundus part, this one. They are main gastric glands. Okay. Second glands, they are present in the pylorus here. Pyloric glands. And third, in the cardia part here, near the cardiac sphincter, cardiac glands. Okay. And these glands, they secrete gastric juice. Okay. Stomach juice. Fine. So these are the structural differences in the stomach. 3 differences. One is rugae, second gastric gland, and third is oblique layer. Okay, fine. Now, what are the differences in the small intestine? Structural difference in the small intestine. 4 layers are there. What is the difference? One difference is the small intestine has got villi. What is villi? This is different from gland. Villi are finger-like projection. You can see here. Gland is a depression. You can see here. This is villi. This one projection, and this is gland depression. Am I clear? So villi are finger-like projection. Finger-like projections. Fine. Now, on the surface of villi, we have again small microvilli. You can see here. This is one villus cell. This one. This is the villi. And these are microvilli. Okay. So, finger-like projections are villi. And on the villi, we have microvilli. Now, another important thing here is, what is the function of villi and microvilli? This villi and microvilli, they increase surface area of intestine, surface area for absorption. So you can say that absorption gets increased because of the presence of this villi. Fine. So this is the structural difference in the small intestine mucosa. Fine. In the vicinity of villi, suppose this is a villi, so inside here, vicinity of villi, we have got blood vessels, we have got nerve fiber, we have got lacteal. Lacteal is a lymphatic. You can see here. This is arteriole, this red color, blue vein, and green is lacteal. They are present in the vicinity of the villi, inside of the villi. Okay. Now, and also it has got Myenteric plexus. Fine. That is important for the movement of villi. Another important thing here, there is a glycocalyx on the surface of villi. There is a layer of carbohydrate. Okay, that is rich in the neutral and amino sugars, and it has protective function. Fine. So this is the structure in the small intestine. Another structural difference is intestine. As I told you, villus is a projection, finger-like projection. Okay. And this is a gland. You can see here. This is a gland. Intestinal gland, which is known as crypts of Lieberkühn. These are simple tubular gland. Epithelium is columnar epithelium. You can see here, this is the epithelium inside. Okay. And there are enterocytes. Enterocytes are the cells of the small intestine. And this cells of small intestine, they undergo mitosis. Mitosis means multiplication. Fine. Now, here in this gland, you can see here, The gland. This is the gland. The gland has got different types of cells. Which are those different types of cell? Number one, endocrine cells. They secrete the hormone. You can see here. These are. They secrete your hormones like secretin, cholecystokinin, and GIP. Secretin, this one, CCK, cholecystokinin, and GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide. Other type of cells are goblet cells. These goblet cells are mucus secreting cells. Mucus secreting cells. Fine. Third are peanut cells. These peanut cells, they secrete defensin and guanylin. These are peanut cells. These are. Fine. Now these peanut cells, they secrete defensin. Defensin, they are naturally occurring peptide antibiotics. Naturally, defense. Naturally occurring peptide antibiotics. And guanylin regulates secretion of chloride ions into the intestinal lumen. Chloride ion secretion is affected. Okay. Epithelial and peanut cells, they also secrete enterokinase. Enterokinase is the enzyme that causes activation of trypsin. Okay, enterokinase. That is also important. Fine. So this is about your glands. Okay, crypts of Liverpool. Other glands are Brunner's gland. These Brunner's glands are present in the initial part of the duodenum. Okay, and they empty their secretion into the duodenum. These are also mucous glands. These glands, they also empty the secretion in crypts of Liverpool. And these are mucous glands, and their secretion is important because it protects the mucosa. Okay, mucosa from the digestive enzymes, from the acids. Okay, and their secretion increase after fatty meal. After fatty meal or secretin. Fine. Okay. Next is in the jejunum and ileum. Which are the characteristic features in the jejunum and ileum? One characteristic feature is goblet cells are increased. Lymphoid tissues are also increased in jejunum and ileum. There are plica circularis. You can see here circular folds of the mucous membrane. These are plica circularis. And what is the role of the circular folds? They increase surface area of the intestine. Okay. Then in ileum, again goblet cells are there, and lymphoid tissues, they are known as Peyer's patches. These are the patches I don't have here in the diagram, but Peyer's patches are present. These are aggregated lymphoid follicles. Next is large intestine. What are the structural characteristic of large intestine? One, that is they don't have villi like small intestine. They don't have plica circularis. They have glands, but they have glands. Okay, these glands are simple tubular glands again. Okay, and lymph nodes are also solitary, single lymph nodes. No aggregated lymph nodes are there. Another important structural characteristic is longitudinal muscle layers. They are in the group of three. They are in the group of band of three, that is known as Taenia coli. This is Taenia coli. This one. And circular muscles, because this taenia is quietly short, so circular muscles, they form sacculation like this. When you are drawing intestine, it is like this. So if you are tightening something, you have a pouches. So longitudinal layer is tight or short, so the circular layer produces pouches. And also there are outpouching of the peritoneum. You can say small fat filled pouches of the peritoneum that hangs from Taenia coli. This is Taenia coli, this one. And this is your appendices epiploidy. Okay, so these are the structural differences of different layers. Fine. Now very important thing we will discuss, that is we will discuss nerve supply, innervation of the digestive tract. So this innervation is mainly by two types of nerve fibers, intrinsic and extrinsic innervation. Okay, so extrinsic one, that is extrinsic, is your autonomic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. And intrinsic, that is also known as enteric nervous system, that consists of your nerve cells and nerve fibers, and they are located in the intestinal wall. It starts from the esophagus up to the anus. We have this nerve fibers. You can see this yellow colored one, this and this. They are intrinsic nerve fibers. Fine. Now, number of neurons in the digestive tract, they are about 100 million neurons. Okay, and they supply smooth muscles of the digestive tract. Okay, and this is highly developed system, so it controls important functions of digestive system. One important function is secretion, okay, and other is motility, because digestive system has two important functions: secretion, digestive juices, and movement. Okay, so both are regulated by this nerve fibers. Fine. Now, intrinsic innervation, as we have discussed, that is also known as enteric nervous system, and it has got two plexuses we have discussed. But now we will discuss in detail. One, that is Myenteric plexus, is known as Orbex plexus, that is present in the muscle layer, and Measness plexus, that is present in the submucosa. Along with that, also we have nerve fibers which are emerging from or terminating in this plexus. Some other nerve fibers are also present. Okay, now starting with the Myenteric plexus. Now this Myenteric plexus, as we have discussed, or other name is Orbex plexus. This Myenteric or Orbex plexus is between circular and longitudinal muscle layer. You can see here, this is the Myenteric plexus. Now, when these nerve fibers are stimulated, what happens? There is change in the tone of the gut wall. Gut wall tone increases. Rhythmic contraction increases. Okay, and rate of contraction and velocity of contraction also increases. So the food will move. For movement we require muscle contraction. That is why this plexus. Other function is it regulates motility or movement. Mainly it causes contraction of the longitudinal muscle, but it inhibits the sphincters. It also inhibits pyloric sphincter, ileocecal valve. So this sphincter activity decreases motility. So this is inhibited. So you can say that motility is increased. Okay, minus minus plus, inhibition of sphincter activity, so the motility increases. Fine. Now, various neurotransmitters are also secreted. All these are the neurotransmitter. You can remember as much as possible: acetylcholine, norepinephrine, adenosine triphosphate, serotonin, dopamine, CCK, substance P, vasoactive intestinal peptides, somatostatin, leuenkephalin, metenkephalin, bombacin, and acetylcholine. Okay, norepinephrine also. But important one are these two you have to remember. Okay. Now, other plexus is Measness plexus, which is present in the submucosal layer. In the submucosa, you can see here this inner and outer submucosal plexus. Its function is it controls the secretion. It increases the secretory activity. It receives sensory signals from the mucosal epithelium and from the stretch receptors, okay, from the digestive tract. So it controls the local intestinal secretion and local contraction of submucosal muscle. So two things: local secretion and submucosal muscle contraction. Okay. Now, there is also interconnection between these two, Orbex plexus and your Measness plexus, and both these plexus are under control of your autonomic nervous system. This is known as extrinsic system. Extrinsic or autonomic nervous system, which has two divisions: parasympathetic and sympathetic. Okay, so this we have discussed, Orbex plexus and Measness plexus. Now, what happens when this extrinsic nervous system are stimulated, parasympathetic and sympathetic? So you can see here, sympathetic and parasympathetic, they innervate your Myenteric and submucosal plexus. Fine. Now, so starting with the parasympathetic. Other name for the parasympathetic system is craniosacral, cranial and sacral nerves. Cranial parasympathetic one, that is vagus nerve, 10th cranial nerve. You can see here it supplies your stomach, liver, pancreas, okay, and intestine, large intestine, up to large intestine. First half of the large intestine, we have vagus nerve supply. You can see here, okay, and sacral. You can see these are the cranial, these are the sacral ones. Sacral start from sacral fibers. They start from pelvic one, okay, and they supply remaining viscera, large intestine, then sigmoid colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, okay, rectum and alveoli. Fine. Now, so what are the functions of parasympathetic stimulation? When parasympathetic gets activated, either it is vagus, you can see here, or pelvic one. Okay, what happens? What are the effects? The neurotransmitter in the parasympathetic one, that is acetylcholine. Okay, it is the neurotransmitter, and it causes increased motility and increased secretion. So sometimes when we require to decrease motility, we are giving the drug which decreases the activity of acetylcholine, like atropine, that is parasympatholytic drug. Okay, so this action is increases motility and secretion. Now sympathetic one, sympathetic fibers, they originate from T5. You can see here, T5 to L2 here, and these fibers after originating they end in the ganglion. Here you can see these are these preganglionic fibers. uh, it is difficult. Hello Indian, you are asking me PDF of the PDF is because I have a PDF. You are telling me to keep PDF in the description box, but I have taken these images from internet, and that is a copyright issue may create, and these images are very large, so it becomes very difficult to keep it in the description box. So I request you, just if you wish to get PDF, download the application. We have the application Vesalius here. This is the logo of Vesalius, and you will get all the PDF. Okay, download the application. This is the reason we created application. Am I clear, Indian? And subscription is very cheap. It is not so much that you cannot afford. Subscription is for lifetime. Only 399 rupees is the subscription. You can subscribe and you can get all the PDF. Am I clear? Okay, because you are not getting each and every PDF. If you are downloading the application and subscribe it, you get all the PDF, all the question answers of physiology. Okay, fine. Thank you. So this preganglionic fibers, they are ending here, and from this ganglion, postganglionic fibers, they originate. Okay, and they supply your this organ, stomach, liver, spleen, intestine, and all. Fine. Now, what are the effects of sympathetic stimulation? Sympathetic stimulation causes vasoconstriction. It decreases secretion. All the effects are opposite. Decreases secretion. It also decreases motility. Motility and secretions are reduced. Fine. By sympathetic activity. Okay. Now, sympathetic neurotransmitters, they are your epinephrine and norepinephrine. Okay, and its action is it causes hyperpolarization of smooth muscle membrane. So muscle gets relaxed. There is no muscle contraction, no muscle movement. Okay, and also it inhibits the motor movements, and it can block the movement of food through digestive tract. So the food will not pass if the sympathetic gets activated. Fine. So you can see here sympathetic one, it has effect through both the plexus, orbex plexus for the muscle movement, decreases movement, Measness plexus decreases secretion. Fine. And afferent sensory fibers, as I told you, this orbex plexus and mesenteric plexus, orbex plexus or Myenteric plexus and Measness plexus, both are getting fibers from sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay. So this sympathetic and parasympathetic fibers, they have opposite effect. Sympathetic decreases secretion from submucosal plexus and decrease movement, and parasympathetic increases secretion and increases movement. Okay, so this way you can get, okay, this we are not going in much detail, maybe not needed. Okay, you can see here, this is the autonomic nervous system. Parasympathetic division by craniosacral, cranial nerve is vagus, sacral nerve. Okay, and they supply myenteric plexus, and they also supply submucosal Measness plexus. Myenteric plexus increases muscle contraction, submucosal plexus increases secretion. Sympathetic has opposite effects. Here you can see it decreases contraction and it decreases secretion. Fine. So this is the way how your autonomic nervous system, your extrinsic nervous system acts. Okay. So this is all about today's topic. Again, the announcement is same. If you wish to get soft copies of all my lectures, that is available on this application Vesalius. Link is given in the description box. Okay. You can see here. Link is given in the description box. Okay, and for hard copy you can order my book Physiology Notes, that is present. Very good, Manik. So you have subscribed, so please go through all the question answers. Okay, I can say that it is very very important for first MBBS physiology students. I can guarantee, if you are reading my book as well as if you are using my application, you will easily clear first MBBS physiology. This is my guarantee. I am teaching here since last 20 years. Okay, more than 18 years I have completed in physiology. Okay, you have subscribed, Manik, you have subscribed, you get the subscription or only downloaded the application? Let me know. You can also join my WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp. Okay, so you just open the physiology, different sections are given. Now muscle physiology, blood physiology, digestive system, and all the question answers are given. Manik, are you getting me? If you have subscribed, you just open physiology. Okay, first open physiology and open different topics. Open different topics. Manik, listen to me. You can ask me personally. I will give you my WhatsApp number 78638226668. If you have any query regarding this application or anything of physiology, please WhatsApp me on this number. I will definitely answer you. You can join my WhatsApp group also, that is available. Fine. So please text message me if you have any query. My WhatsApp number is this one, 78638226668. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with me. If you like my video, please like it, share with all your friends. That will be definitely helpful, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Fine.